Hello, movie nerds of the internet. This is Rosemary's Baby from Criterion. This is the Blu-ray. This is the newer 4K version from, I don't know, Paramount? But we're going to discuss the differences, and I'm going to tell you, is this worth upgrading to this? Let's talk.
A.M.
So, if you've never seen Rosemary's Baby, it's about a director who invites a 13-year-old girl over to his friend's house, plies her with alcohol and drugs, and then, oh wait, no, that's a different thing altogether. I guess we should address that. Some people will say you can't watch these movies anymore. I'm not going to say that Roman Polanski should be forgiven. I think he should go into the wood chipper, as scumbags of his ilk should. However, Hollywood, by and large, is filled with people doing that exact same thing. And if we're going to watch anything, we have to realize that you can separate someone's art from their personality and their defects. And it seems like the victim of Roman Polanski has forgiven him, because there's some weird stuff going on with that. I don't forgive him, again. But we're talking about movies, and he's made some really good ones, and this is one of those. Anyway, so if you've never seen this movie, it's not about a director. It's about an actor, actually. And he has a young wife, and they're looking for a new place to live in New York City, and they come across this building, and this building has a couple that befriend them, and then craziness happens. And if you have never seen it, it's a slow sort of burn. However, it just ratchets up tension in a really kind of fantastic way, where by the end of the movie, you feel everything that she's going through, where you don't know if she's crazy or if it's real or what's going on. So, in terms of a horror movie, this is one of the three sort of horror movies where all other horror movies are based on, in my opinion. You have this, you have like The Exorcist, you have Psycho. Those three movies, if you've seen those three movies, you've essentially seen almost every horror movie I've ever made, in my opinion. Let me know, am I wrong? Do you think I'm an idiot? But, I mean, those three horror movies, those are pretty much everything. Let's talk about the features. So this has a whole bunch of features. This has not a lot of features. Some of them are seemingly the same. And then this one has a documentary about the composer of a lot of the jazz music that's in this movie, where this one does not have that. And if you're a fan of the music, you might really want that. I actually think the music in this is quite great. And if you're a jazz fan, this is I'm not a soundtrack person, but this is a soundtrack you might want to own, because the jazz music is pretty good in this. Criterion wins. Aesthetically, now this has a slipcover, that, I mean, everyone loves their slipcovers, but this one actually makes it worse, actually. Like, I don't hate this art, but I don't want this on the cover of the movie. And then they have this, like, tightly cropped, whereas this is further away. This one still aesthetically looks way better than this. And then the back looks like every other movie that you've ever owned. And, again, Criterion really has an aesthetic that works, whereas, Paramount doesn't give a crap about aesthetics. Now, the Criterion comes with a booklet which, you know, has a bunch of words and pictures and such. And it has the photo of the house or the apartment building that they reside in. This has a digital code. A Blu-ray, and a 4K. I mean, if you really care about the digital code, then maybe this is worth something, but I still think that the booklet is a nice addition to this. I don't really care about Blu-rays. If my 4Ks only come with 4Ks, I'm completely content with that. I don't know how everyone else feels. I don't know what the circumstance where I'll ever watch the Blu-ray here. I mean, I get that a lot of times they will include the Blu-ray and then have the special features on the Blu-ray. I don't know. This might be one of those cases. I didn't look. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a super big special feature person, so that's somewhat lost on me. So again, aesthetics, Criterion. Special features, Criterion. Packaging, Criterion. And I've just pronounced Criterion 3 different ways, so sue me. And a lot of people on the internet will say that if you own this, you don't have to upgrade to this because it looks the same or relatively the same. I'm going to tell you, those people have not compared them. This is actually much better looking than that. It is cleaner looking. It has more depth. This one has, I don't know what it's called, where you're watching a movie and like the backlighting will kind of waver a bit. This has that. This doesn't have that. This is a very uneven looking film. Some of the shots look a lot cleaner than others. Some of this actually seems like they used DNR and then didn't in other places. I don't know if that's accurate or if it's just the difference in the shots, because you could still see that there's the difference in shots in that. This is just a much cleaner presentation. If you only care about picture quality, and probably, I'd even look, what is the audio tracks? Are the audio tracks any different? Do they even tell us?
75 years later.
English Mono True HD. What does this have?
2,000 years later.
I have no idea. It doesn't say. I'm going to guess that this is probably a better sounding audio track as well. So, am I going to keep them both because this has extra features? No, I'm going to sell that because that goes for money because it's out of print. I've already sold it. It's already gone. I have to ship it out tomorrow. I'm keeping this, even with the ugly cover, even with the lack of features, because I like the picture quality better. The picture quality is better on this. Now, if this wasn't worth money, and like this is, I mean, you can find this for $15. And this is, you know, depending on the day, between $30 and $50. I don't know. Pay me to get better picture quality. I'll do that all day long. So that's why I sold that. Even though aesthetically it's much more pleasing. I don't know. Is that stupid? I know a lot of people like to keep both. I'm not about that. I don't need more clutter in my life, even if it's, you know, cooler looking clutter with extra features. But is anyone else with me? Like, give me the better picture quality and I don't care about anything else. I feel like I'm alone in that. Let me know in the comments below. Have a good day.